When nature's most majestic predators turn deadly against each other, the results can be absolutely heartbreaking, and this story from Maine will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about wildlife intervention. A tragic wildlife incident unfolded in Bar Harbor, Maine this week, claiming the lives of two magnificent bald eagles in what wildlife experts are calling a territorial confrontation gone horribly wrong. The devastating collision occurred on Wednesday when both birds, locked together by their razor-sharp talons, plummeted onto the asphalt, unable to separate themselves before impact. According to Acadia Wildlife, the local nonprofit rehabilitation clinic and nature center handling the case, the fatal encounter involved a 4-year-old juvenile eagle who was apparently pushing boundaries with an established adult bird. Wildlife specialists explain that this type of behavior represents a young eagle's natural attempt to challenge territorial limits, but in this instance, the confrontation escalated beyond what either bird could control. But here's where it gets controversial. Could human intervention have prevented this tragedy? The younger eagle, positioned beneath the adult during their descent, absorbed the full impact of the crash first. The collision caused catastrophic spinal injuries and severe internal organ damage that proved immediately fatal. There was simply no chance for medical intervention to save this bird's life. The adult eagle's fate, however, presents a more complex and emotionally charged scenario that many wildlife advocates are now debating. After surviving the initial crash, this majestic bird was transported to Acadia Wildlife for emergency care, spending an entire night under professional observation before being moved to a specialized wildlife veterinarian in Old Town for comprehensive medical evaluation. Detailed X-rays revealed a midshaft fracture in the eagle's femur, an injury that wildlife medical experts confirmed could have been successfully repaired using surgical pinning techniques. However, the bird had also sustained significant trauma to one of its eyes, creating a painful, continuously draining wound. And this is the part most people miss. Eagles require binocular vision to survive in their natural habitat. Wildlife officials made the difficult decision to humanely euthanize the adult eagle, citing the eye injury as the determining factor, rather than the repairable leg fracture. The most heartbreaking detail emerged in the aftermath. Wildlife observers reported that the adult eagle's lifelong mate has been continuously searching the area around their longtime nesting site at Leland Point, clearly distressed by her partner's disappearance. This devoted pair had successfully established their territory and raised families together for many years, including a healthy chick just this season who had already learned to fly and left the nest. The incident raises uncomfortable questions about wildlife management priorities and intervention policies. Some argue that attempting rehabilitation with adaptive measures for one-eyed raptors could provide valuable research opportunities, while others maintain that preventing prolonged suffering through humane euthanasia represents the most ethical approach. What do you think? Should wildlife rehabilitators explore more aggressive intervention strategies for injured raptors, or does this tragic outcome represent the most compassionate choice available? Share your thoughts about where we should draw the line between natural selection and human intervention in wildlife management.